Hey everyone, welcome back to another exciting episode of Gardening with Crocs. Today, let's talk about my grow room setup. I'm going to go through a few things on what I have done with it. Basically, I'm going to go over all the various components on how I put it together. I'm going to go through and show you the grow room. Also, going to go ahead and show you what I would change about it, some things to consider, and maybe some tips and tricks. Let's head off to the grow room and check it out real quick. All right, everybody, here is my grow room. As you can see, I am running out of space. I do need to get a uh, light set up on that shelf. That'll give me 4 more spots for trays. But you can see I got some LED shop lights. I got 6 trays of them. They're just attached with some zip ties. I got some of these super glued on. I got enough space for some taller plants. Okay, so now that you've seen everything, the first things we'll go through some of the lists of some of the things that you're going to need. The first thing, obviously, is something to stack all your seedlings on. I use some shelves. I bought these in 2018. They're about $125 per shelf. Um, you need something fairly heavy duty. You need something that's wide enough for the trays. You need something that you can hang the bulbs from. So with these are 18 inches deep, 48 inches wide, and it's about 72 inches tall. This allows me to get 4 of my trays to slide in there long ways. I think that works out really well for me. I got 6 shelves set up right now, so that's 24 trays of seedlings that I can grow up there. Next thing you're going to need is lights. I bought the latest lights I bought were in 2023. So as you can see, I got 6 shelves. Um, each shelf has 8 or more lights on it. When I initially bought some lights back in 2020, I used all 12 of the lights that came in one pack. These lights come in a 12 pack. I used all 12 per shelf. This last year, I decided let's use 8 per shelf, and I used 2 packs. That gave me 3 shelves. So that's a little way of saving some money on those. Those things only run 20 watts per 12 lights. I bought 3 sets back in 2020. They got the 12 bulbs on them, so that's 3 shelves. And I bought 2 sets this year. That's gives me 3 more shelves with 8 bulbs apiece. So what I end up doing is getting another shelf out of that if I take 4 bulbs from each one of those other setups. Um, so I definitely have enough light. These are 2,200 aluminums and 65,000 Kelvin lights. Yeah, so the next thing you're going to need is some type of way to turn the lights on and off. Idealistically, you'd like to have 16 hours of sunshine or daylight or light, and then 8 hours of darkness. So that way the seeds kind of get used to that. In the past, I used to use an old timer. Yes, an old timer. You know, one of these guys that wore one of these hats, had glasses, smoked a pipe, had a cane, walked down the stairs. He'd come down and turn his lights off and on for me. No, really, I used one of these guys, one of these old plug-in timers that you can just set the time on and off for the day, and it would just rotate through. Since then, I actually got a plug that I use, an Amazon plug that I use for my Christmas lights. So what I do is I use that plug for my Christmas lights, program it for it to come on, you know, a little bit before sunset, and then come off at 11 o'clock at night. Now I got that thing down here hooked up to some surge protectors, and I have that on for 16 hours a day and 8 hours off at night. Next thing you're going to need is various extension cords and plugs. Just got to make sure everything's got enough power to it. Um, I also in there that plugs in. What else plugs in there is some heat mats. I bought these in 2021. All these items are going to be in the description down below. But $25 got you two of these. I got six total of these heat mats, and I use these whenever I start my germination. Like when I first start my seeds, once they germinate, once they're sprouting big enough, I usually take them off and I slide them down to another shelf, so that way they're not on the heat mat all the time, and I can put some more seeds that need to germinate on the heat mat. The next thing that I found out super helpful were getting some high quality trays to put your seed, your 6 pack cells, 12 pack cells, or whatever in it. Something that's heavy duty, something that's flimsy, something that when you pull it off the shelf, it's not going to twerk and tweak and spill water everywhere, or for that matter even crack. So what I ended up doing was I got some of these 1020 mega heavy duty trays from Greenhouse Mega Store. I'll put the link in the description. I bought 20 of them for $68.40. You can buy a 10 pack for like $34. These things will last you a long, long, long time. So, and I'm gonna have to I'm gonna buy some more because I know I got some of the flimsy trays still in there yet. So what I ended up doing also with these is I bought me some 3.5 inch pots. These things fit really well. I'll show you. You got those tomatoes were in those 3.5 inch pots. I can fit 18 of those guys in one of those trays. So I really suggest if you're going to want to make your life a little easier on yourself, get something nice there. Treat yourself. Don't be just buying something flimsy that you're going to have to renew every year. Um, Other things that you should consider. Uh, First thing that you need to really consider is watering. Make this a convenient. Don't make this a hassle on you. So down here, I have a little watering jug, and basically that watering jug I just fill up with a hose that's connected to a sprayer, and that I just essentially take that setup, fill it. I got that hooked up to my water heater, because that's the only faucet that I have down here. But I got it hooked up to the base of one of my water heaters, and don't worry, the water's not hot when it comes out of there. But I use that to fill up that little watering jug. It's nice, neat, and tidy. I don't have to worry about water spilling everywhere. I got everything all tightened up, so I don't have any leaks. But I can take that, fill up my water jug, fill up 2 or 3 trays, and not have to run all the way upstairs, run back downstairs in my basement, and do all that. So be something that make it convenient on yourself. Put your seed tray somewhere where you're going to be easily accessible. Another thing about this also is make. If I had to change something, I would put this seed tray or this grow room somewhere where I am walking by every day. There's some days where I forgot to come down here for 2 days and stuff is just simply dried up. That is not good for seedlings. So a couple of tips to use with this. One, the lights. I simply glued those onto 2 pieces of board, and I used some zip ties. The zip ties also come in handy if you want to shrink get your lights way down close to the seedlings, and as the seedlings grow, you can raise up the lights with the zip ties. The solid trays are definite must for me. That's a um, definite tip that I would use. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Hope you guys found this information very useful. Like I said, go and click in the description to the links. I'm not affiliated with any of this. I don't even have a Amazon affiliate links thing set up yet. So I'm just showing you what I use. This will just kind of give you guys some ideas on what to use and everything else. Cheers, guys. Have a great day.